We need to start talking about breeding kinks more seriously in the black community, because that is what's going on with Cam Newton, and that is what's going on with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon been building an army of biracial babies for years. And Cam Newton been hunching and nutting his way through the Bible Belt for as long as I can remember. I know, since I've been outside. I think it's just time we stop psychologizing all this shit and realize these men are not good people. They have low self-esteem and they have breeding kinks. For what other reason would you do that? 8 of anything is too much. If I saw a bitch with 8 puppies, I would be concerned. Motherfucker got 8 gallons of milk in their cart. I need an explanation. And you have 8 children, 8 humans that you made, and 8 humans that you are not the primary parent for. You're not waking up in the middle of the night doing feedings. You don't know these kids' allergies and what size shoes they wear and all that shit. You're not the parent at the school calling if it's an emergency. But you want more. Okay. And that still waits.
I'll say this, Bonquisha. Bonquisha come up here time and time again, making, motherhood seems so hard. It ain't as hard. Like, stop the cap. If it was as hard as y'all say it is, these kids would not be surviving, because under y'all tutelage, y'all wouldn't be capable. Y'all are not capable of keeping these kids sustainable. It's the government and the community, if you will. So stop acting like y'all doing so much. When you got to take them to the doctors and you got to, what it say on the medical card? Stop all the cap. We talked about this the other day with Jessica Rabbit, where she say, if I had a house husband, he would have to stay home and do the duties and he'll be busy. I said, he will do all that in 1 hour. It's not that difficult. Y'all just lazy.
That part right there. There's duties and responsibilities on both parts. And men, listen to the hyenas and take note. These women, they so used to picking nugs and ray-rays that they sitting there, and these are the experiences they live in. They sitting there running around an unproductive nug. The man they choose to be their baby daddy just sitting there. And he don't do anything. He ain't bringing in too much money. He ain't helping with nothing. Nothing at all. But all my real men out there know that, some of us may not even change a diaper or two. May not know the kids' doctor's appointment, but we are resourceful in other places. And that's why we used to harp on women devaluing men. We have other purposes, not just to share in your motherly workload. That's why a lot of men say y'all lazy. We all have our individual workloads. Deal with it. Stop hunching with lazy nugs and want them to be husbands. Shoot.
And like you said, most of this stuff y'all are doing is self-inflicting, Bonquisha. So that's why we're not trying to hear it. You can't come up here and, shoot yourself in the foot and then come up here talking about, but y'all don't walk with a limp like I do. I got to walk with a limp and my foot be hurting. You shot yourself in the foot. Why should we have compassion or care?
Like a man. Yes. We can sit here and go back and forth, tit for tat, M for M, huh? Are you coming helping change these brakes? Are you coming out here helping putting this roof on this house? Are you coming out? No, you're not. So it's okay. It's fair, right?
Waiting on a wife, looking for a wife shit is bullshit. You don't want a wife. You don't want a wife. You don't like women. And I don't mean that in a way to suggest that he is a gay person, because sometimes I think that's very nasty when people do that. I've done it before, but that's not what I'm suggesting here. You don't like women as people because you see them as breeders and caregivers for you. Cam Newton is going to get a wife when he starts feeling his mortality. Plain and simple. When he starts feeling old and like he'll need someone to take care of him, that's when he'll get a wife. And he might marry this girl, but it'll be years from now.
These women be so big. Look at Big Bonquisha just walking down the neighborhood. I talked about this the other day. These women, she might be facing evictions, car getting repoed, but she can take 10 minutes out of her day and start talking about Cam Newton. This is what's wrong with the community. Bonquisha, this is crazy.
Insane. Y'all just see yes as breeders. Clickety clack, 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 clickety clack, 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 clack. My goodness. Stop. It's okay. The sisters like this need to be like, look, I am a modern woman. I have 0 traditional values. I'm not domesticated. I want to be a man. They need to just come out and say it. Stop playing. Women like this that have this demeanor in this life, they need to just be honest. Like, this is me. I'm broken. Don't become this. They trying to justify this by demonizing a man, call him everything but a child of God. Rainbow Coalition, just extreme devaluing of a man. You rainbow, you this, you dusty, your predator. They just gonna throw it all at you because they effed up.
The hate is real. Hit the like button.
I just saw that video everyone's talking about of Cam Newton talking to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant about how he has 8 children by 3 different women and still wants to get married. And he doesn't see anything wrong with that because he thinks that he is a great father and provider for all of his 8 children. And I want to pose a different perspective on the issue because that's messed up and I think we all know that. Number one, no amount of money in the world can buy you time. And a lot of these people we idolize that are good at sports or good at music or whatever, every hour we see them playing in a basketball game, sitting on a podcast, whatever, are hours they're spending not raising their children. Just because you're paying the bills and your kids go to a nice school and drive a nice car and wear nice clothes does not mean you're raising them. A broken home is a broken home, whether it's an apartment or a mansion. And social media has us all messed up because we can see videos of these men giving their kids these beautiful birthday presents and parties and blah, blah. And we're like, damn, he's a great dad. But they don't be raising them kids. No amount of money can buy you more than 24 hours in a day. And you expect me to believe that you spent 2 hours sitting on a podcast couch talking about your kids and you're somehow still physically present and there for every single one of them. You're raising all of them. And the part that frustrates me the most is nobody has empathy for the mothers of these children. I see comments all the time that are like, ooh, this girl got pregnant by an NBA player, like she's got it made, like she's set for life. Not even understanding that carrying and delivering a child has so much effect on the female body. Just because they're not clocking into a 9-to-5 job does not mean that they're not spending so many hours a day breastfeeding, taking care of these children physically and emotionally, picking them up and taking them to school, taking them to soccer practice, cooking, cleaning. That is not a lifestyle we should be glamorizing or encouraging. There are plenty of children who are raised in broken homes who have great lives, but that's not cute. Any child that's raised in a dynamic where the mother or the father is not physically present is going to have trauma. Kids.
And they sitting up here talking about broken homes in the same breath, talking about soccer practice and after school activities and doing these. Where do you think this money coming from? Who you think pay for the car that she driving to take the kids to soccer practice and she can live a life of leisure after she dropped the kids off? She can go get some wine and go home and sleep with the pool boy and do whatever she want to do.
Again, these modern women like this sister on the screen need to just acknowledge who they are so that we can understand their point of view. You're not a wife, sister, and you don't know what you're talking about. You're coming from a damaged place, and that's a very good point. Again, the men do get no credit. Tell me when I'm wrong. Anytime we've ever heard a woman talk about how hard their mom worked, it was a sacrifice. Mom sacrificed so much being a single mom. Dad away on the road being a truck driver, he just away. Dad wasn't present. Dad wasn't at the recital. It's never the same energy. Again, like if these moms out here, do y'all really think these PhDs, CEO single moms is home and present? No, they out working like the men, but it's not seen as them not being present. They making a sacrifice. They made a way out of no way. But men don't get the same understanding as mama. Is it a double standard, men? Is that something we should just accept? I don't know.
And it's hard to call it a broken home when you're talking about millions of dollars here. Like I said, I come from a broken home. And most of the problems, all of them revolved around money. It wasn't the fact that the man wasn't in the house. It was the fact we knew what we was going to eat for dinner. But had the man that wasn't in the house had been paying millions of dollars to my mama, we would have been living a good life. The house would have been amazing. Y'all don't get it.
I'm trying to tell you, we said this last time. Who has authority in speaking on this? I say let the fatherless children speak, i.e. us. We have lived the experience, and I second that motion. You know, no Diddy, all right? Pause. But shoot, like Cam could be my pop. Dad going right. Buy me a Mercedes for graduation, pop. Please and thank you. I love you. What we talking about?
Like you said, not having money to be able to go to the swimming pool with your friends, or you got just enough money to get into the swimming pool, but you can't go to the snack bar. So you just in the pool hungry now. You like, hell, everybody else at the swimming pool is eating nachos, drinking lemonade, all I can do is afford to get inside of here. That's it. And I'm gonna swim till my stomach cramp up. I'm gonna go home and find something to eat. Yeah, but if Cam Newton was my daddy, hell, I'd have been buying everybody treats. We'd have been good. You see, it's a totally different dynamic. Y'all don't know what a broken home is. I promise you.
There you go.
Kids are not accessories or encouraging. There are plenty of children who are raised in broken homes who have great lives, but that's not cute. Any child that's raised in a dynamic where the mother or the father is not physically present is going to have trauma. Kids are not accessories. Stop getting people pregnant when you don't want to sleep in the same house as their mother and be there with them when they wake up and eat breakfast with them every morning. Why are we doing that? And could you imagine sitting up at home raising some man's kids and he's out here on podcasts telling the world that he wants to marry someone that is not you? And the fact that you're gonna have to explain that to your kids one day. And on top of that, he says he wants to have more. Why don't you focus on the children you already got?
No, why don't the women keep their legs closed? If he get more kids, it's because the woman was reckless. Got nothing to do with him. He can afford them. The woman can't afford to be a single mom. He can afford children.
They're all making these videos as if the women didn't choose to have the baby. He's not putting it to their heads.
And that's the point they made. They calling these women victims. And it's just so many insults. They calling these sisters low functioning, low vibration. And my thing is, would these women would they go to these women's face and call them monkeys and low level, low vibration? No, they think they just up here insulting, Cam. No, you insulting these women. You insulting the children of these women. The insults are going deep, and they're trying to uphold this hate.
First of all, we not gonna promote single fatherhood and Pookies and Ray Rays and single females over and above a family unit. That just because they have money.
Okay,
I don't care how you slice it. Having a mother and a father in the house is what we need to be promoting and what we need. And Cam Newton is doing what he needs to do, but he is not waking up with all of those children from those different households, and he's making different households. We're not gonna promote just because this man got money. We ain't gonna promote that.
He got to be waking up with the demands on this man. The demands, he got to
I don't care what demands he got. He could have had.
Are these same demands to be present on military fathers that are on deployment for months? God bless the military. Are these the same demands?
He don't have those demands. He has enough money where he doesn't have to do those kind of things. He has enough money. We're not going to promote degeneracy above a family unit. He is not promoting family unit. Just because he has money doesn't make him better, or there's an excuse. Everybody's giving this man an excuse.
Family unit. Are the moms promoting family unit?
You said what?
Are the moms promoting family unit?
We're not talking about them. We're talking about him. He's not promoting family. He's not promoting family unit.
Well, the real question is, when 70% of the children are being raised in single parent homes in the Black community. 70%.
And we do not condone single family homes, just like we do not condone Cam Newton making single family
I agree.
homes.
We agreed to that. Remember, Mr. Walker made a video. We do not agree with Cam Newton's decision making.
Just because he got money.
At the very same time, he can afford to make those type of mistakes. That's on him.
Well, then he's going to have to take the label of making single family homes. He can do whatever he wants.
We talked about this earlier. If the kids live with him, the mothers are creating single family homes.
That's if they live with him.
No, they do. That's what I'm saying. We're going off the concept. He said his kids live with him. So I'm telling you, he's not. That's what we're correcting you. The moms.
We don't know that. That's something.
But we got it. Who were we going to believe?
Saying that. I am not going to believe those 3 women walked away from their kids and they live in the house.
You have to show me the video because I can show you a
I
video.
don't know.
Listen, I can show you a video of Cam saying his kids live with him. There's no response to these baby mamas saying he's lying and that the kids live with them.
Okay, then they all live in the same house, and then that's great and that's fine. But we're not going to promote. Anything other than the family unit. We have promoted family unit, man, women, and children, and we are not going to give Cam Newton a pass because he got money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, people
I'm not giving him a pass because he has money.
Men with power and means have always gotten a pass throughout history. And it is what it is. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. Cam ain't held to the same standard as Pookie and Nug Nug that don't see when the dynamic that I just explained to you.
And
men that don't spend any time or financially responsible. Both. It's a double-edged sword with most of these.
That's my whole point. My whole point is you make these single families and you are not spending time. You're not waking up in the middle of the night with these kids. He can be a greater father. They can live with him. He can be the greatest father and give money and do this, that, and the other. But time is not going to change the fact that he don't live with them if they're not in the same house.
I hear you. I think we're off base. We're washing everything in together. I'm gonna let this go. This the Nick Cannon interview because I think Cam get bunched in with bunches. It's nuance to this. So Cam is taking arrows when I really don't think. He didn't marry these women, granted, but the women didn't require him to marry them. So you will have to speak to them women first because he's not up here crying about not being able to support his children. If Cam was up here like they trying to get me for 20 grand a month and we would call him out, but he's not.
Thank you. That part right there. Done and done. Accountability is always in the room when dealing with respectable men. Come on. Can we not give the brother his credit? Can we not? Again, it is lost on modern women what it takes to be this resourceful. Cam Newton coming to these ladies' lives and respectfully, they don't have to work for the rest of their lives. Like for everybody out there, it's a rough time in the economy. Folks is homeless. Cam come today ain't got to worry about none of that. They are inflation proof. They recession proof. Stop degrading and devaluing this man for who he has become. It's wicked.